that's true. Naked Palpatine.
Oh, you pick that one. Fresh out of the clone tank, nude Palpatine is my
Well, that's the first thing I think of when you say Dark Empire Palpatine. Hello everybody, and welcome back to DiscWorld, the fantastic, fun series by Terry Pratchett, who's sadly no longer with us. But today I have for you pretty small video on Book 3 of DiscWorld, Equal Rites. There's a lot of YouTubers who have done a far better job than I'm going to. I'm not even going to attempt to. Off the top of my head, we have Philip Chase and his father who discussed this book. We have Murphy Napier. Napier, I don't know how you say her last name, but she also talked about this book, and many other people have. So I really don't have too much to say. I'm not going to go into a real big spoiler section. Equal Rites is a story about a 9-year-old girl named Esk who wants to become a wizard. However, in the Discworld world, it is an established norm that women become witches, men become wizards. Now, there's a lot of ways this story could have gone, but what I think is interesting is the serious topic explored by Terry, while also being extremely fun, extremely silly, extremely humorous, and honestly not a single black and white villain. I wouldn't even say there's any villains in this story. There is just an established norm and a simple question of why. I wouldn't say any of the wizards in this story are particularly evil. They've grown up with a certain way and they don't understand why that should change. But Esk very clearly doesn't have the powers that a normal witch has. She has the powers of a wizard, so why not be a wizard? And the standing achievement, I think, of this entire book is Granny Weatherwax. She dominates every scene she's in. She has such a stature about her. Other people like Murphy have, indicated to the fact that she's probably also being a bit boisterous because she has to be, as she is a woman. Not to say that all women have to, just that inherently the wizard magic is considered more important. So she's kind of step her foot and show her presence whenever she's there to get people to listen. But as it stands, I'm just saying, the writing for Granny is quite exquisite. I enjoyed all of her dialogue sections. Esk is fine. I don't know if I particularly. She's technically, I would say, the main character, right? It's about her getting to become this wizard. Not that that's inherently better either, which is what I also like. The wizards and witches are inherently equal in their power structure and what they do. So it's not as if Esk joining the wizards is like a one-up for her. It's just simply that's what she's more suited for, as opposed to Granny. But her witch stuff is equally as important. Equal rights. I thought it was quite a nuanced discussion in such a humorous book, which is something I appreciate. It's it tells something rather serious in a rather unassuming way. It also doesn't feel preachy. It just kind of, you kind of get the gist of it by reading the story, and you kind of have a picture in your mind of what the deeper layer is there. And especially for the time, this is what, the 80s? It's pretty crazy. It's pretty incredible, I have to say, on that front. Esk has the potential to become better as a character. I thought she was fine. I just thought she could have been a lot better. In terms of just, I don't know. She was there. She was doing stuff. But Granny kind of just stole the show, and I'm hoping that there could be future stories where I don't want Granny to not be there because she's my favorite part of the book, but I just hope that Esk gets more time to grow into herself. I mean, she is only 9 years old. Kind of hard to be more of a main character that drives the plot forward or anything. Granny kind of takes that spot. I just hope as Esk grows up that she gets more time to shine because I definitely felt like her mentor kind of outshone her. I only have one spoiler, and it's not a big spoiler. It's just something I found interesting because they mentioned bees in this story, and how that's just a small part of a whole creature. That's like a swarm hive mind, which I thought was interesting that they just brought up. But yeah, I really loved all the characters, even the wizards. There's like Treckle and forget the other one, but he's the fat guy. I can't. It was something with the C, but I enjoy them a lot. And like I said, what's also cool is like you kind of expect it the way it sounds like the wizard school is going to be like the evil bad guys for the book, because they won't let a woman or a girl into their school because she's a girl. Um, but really, I mean, they're definitely, I would say, I don't even want to use antagonistic. They are opposed to what Granny and Esk want, but they're not portrayed as evil. They're not even portrayed as particularly malicious. It's just like this is how things are. Like the concept of it changing just doesn't make sense. Like they cannot compute because this is how it has always been. But I think everything wraps up nicely. Um, if for some reason you weren't feeling like the first book or the second book of Terry Pratchett's Discworld, I definitely think this is a perfect starting point. I mean, you don't really have to know anything from the previous two stories. You can get immediately invested in this plot and kind of just move your way along. And it's written superb. The prose by Terry remains exquisite. The humor, the writing is just never fails to miss a beat. And I can't say it takes itself too seriously either in terms of big emotional moments, if that's something you're looking for. I don't think you'll particularly get that here. But if you're looking for a fun, easy read that, if you look beyond the surface, tells a rather more nuanced and deeper story, this is definitely the one for you. It's a great jumping on point. I think many people have uttered this before. It's a fantastic read, though, and it won't take you very long to finish either. And I could have gone more into spoilers, but honestly, I think it's best just explored with that basis plot synopsis in there. And to be honest, a little self-conscious when you do reviews on YouTube. Sometimes I review things that not a lot of people on YouTube have talked about. And when that happens, I have more freedom in terms of saying things, I feel like. Because then I also feel like a bit influenced by the videos I've watched. So, it's a catch-22 on that front. But, for this, I mean, I'm in complete agreement with the premise, I guess, of that Terry Pratchett's going for, so there's nothing to really, like, discuss about. Whereas, like, when we jump a 180 and talk about the Prince of Nothing series by Backer, I have a bit more nuanced takes on that from my own personal perspective. Of course, YouTube is broadcast yourself, as I so often say. YouTube seems to have forgotten that, but that's what it was. So, there's more leeway for me to say something a bit different from what other people may have said. In terms of this, I mean, I agree with Terry Pratchett's conclusions, so there's not much to really dissect there outside of being like, yes, amen, continue. But yeah, in all of fiction, Granny Weatherwax may have become one of my top 5 female characters ever. And I'm only 3 books into a 41-book series, but I really, I got such a strong impression from Granny, who is such a kind, assertive force, who I just really love to read. She's so easy to read and so fun to read. Love her dialogue, love her interactions, love everything about her, and such a great mentor too. So I look forward to the future adventures of Esk because I know she comes back. I know Granny will too, and I look forward to whenever they show up again and give me a good old time. whenever you're down, I definitely recommend Discworld. I mean, I'm going through a move right now. My family may not be the most richest people in the world, and I helped out with some money, a lot of my money. I saved up a lot for 2 years, and I had to lose most of it. And by the time you're watching this, I've already moved. Not on my own though, which is what I planned on doing. I had to. We had to all go to. It doesn't matter. We had to move. Anyway, point being, it's been a stressful time. As I don't know why Granny Weather Axe is making me think about all this, but being. I mean, at the point you're watching this, it's by the end of 2025. Me, I'm midway through it. It's June right now, and I'm working for 4 years. Never went to college. Still don't know exactly what I want to do. I really was intent on acting, but it's a bit harder said than done, especially when you work full time. And well, you just a lot of it is luck. A lot of it is knowing the right people. Also, becoming an adult, which I'm sure most people can relate. Hopefully, some people have parents that prepare you better for it, but like, there's no real rule book to it. Oh, you want to do this? Well, there's no tutorial on how to. You just have to kind of figure it out. Alas, my point, it's not been a fun time. These last few years have not been a good time. But things like this, like Terry Pratchett's books, can really help you through it. So if you want to just feel good for a bit, and I say all this not to get too personal because this isn't a vlog channel, and you don't really need to know my life because you're here to listen to me talk about books, but I related to this to say that if you are feeling down, any point for whatever reason, whatever is going on in your life, and you need something to distract you, to make you feel good, Discworld by Terry Pratchett is the way to go. With that, I will leave that. There are better reviews out there, but I hope I still got across why you should read it. And if you've already read it, of course, from the deepest part of my being, I want to know what you loved about it in the comment section below. And until next time, we should all follow Granny Weatheraxe's example. I'm being kind, but a bit more assertive. Some people have that fairly easily, but some of us do not. Some of us are a bit more quiet. But at times we could be a bit more assertive like her. So I find her confidence and her kind of pushing forward quite inspiring, actually. So I guess I'll leave that with you. Be a bit more assertive sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes it doesn't call for it, but sometimes you really should be. That's not the whole point of the book. That's just what I'm leaving you with as a personal note from me to you. When we will talk about book 4, I'm not exactly certain, but whenever it comes up, I look forward to discussing it with you. Until then.